This is NDTV. And you're watching Ndtv-Hindu.
Murder in the heart of Chennai rocks the city. Top officials of the police force rush to the crime scene. The empowered group of ministers meet in the cabinet to discuss possible hikes in diesel and LPG prices. 23 Indian fishermen captured by Lankan Navy vessels off the high seas will be freed, assures the Tamil Nadu government. Why is the CBI excluded from the RTI? Madras High Court dispatches a notice. Centre and CBI have 3 weeks to reply.
The CBI is just an investigating agency, not an intelligence bureau.
Madras High Court reprieve for medical students allows students of general surgery and orthopedics to do internships without separate pass marks. Biju, the Tamil sailor, on way home to Kanyakumari after a 10-month-long ordeal as a hostage aboard MV Suez.
And that vessel, they rescue us and they take to Pakistan, and yesterday they give us ticket and everything they sent us.
After much debate over 100% cut-offs, Trichy-based girl Divya scores 200 out of 200 while topping the state engineering merit list. And experience the dance power of Nama Chennai's hip-hop crew. Watch them step up.
Master, you ain't imposter. You're taking water. We can get the Tony taking it.
A very good evening. You're watching Headlines now with me, Ashwin. Of course, the latest that we are hearing is of a crime being reported, a murder, a suspected case of rape and murder. We'll get you all the details in just a bit. But first, a look at developments coming in from across the nation. Digvijay tops his Googlies, describes the Prime Minister as fairly good, refuses to take back Rahul Gandhi comments. The BJP mocks him. On the concluding day, India and Pakistan Foreign Secretary level talks take up the issue of Kashmir. RTI activist Akhil Gogoi is arrested in Guwahati after he led protests on 22nd of June. A fierce bomb-police clash killed 3. No CBI probe into the mysterious death of UP's health officer. A court rejects the Dr. Sachin's wife's demand. Umpire Darren Harper's decision during the Jamaica test come in for criticism. Dhoni and team criticized the umpire. And after the good news, the worry for Madhuri Bhandarkar. What happens to heroine? Starring Aishwarya. Well, first up at this hour, in a shocking incident, a young woman was found murdered in her own residence at Saidapet. She is reported to have been a 25-year-old housewife. Now, police is suspecting this case to be one of rape and murder. For more details, let's go across to our crime reporter, Salim, who's joining us live. And we'll try to establish our connection with our crime reporter to get the latest on this one, a suspected case of rape and murder. Of course, the latest that we hear is that the body has been moved to the General Hospital for post-mortem, and the top police officials, in fact, have already rushed to the spot. Moving ahead now, Lankan Navy had arrested 23 Tamil Nadu fishermen a few days back for trespassing into its waters. Tamil Nadu government says it received communication from the centre that Sri Lanka would release 23 fishermen in 2 days. Now, earlier, Chief Minister Jayalalitha wrote to the Prime Minister and spoke to the NSA on this issue. And well, the Madras High Court today ordered a notice to the Union Personnel Ministry and CBI in a public interest litigation which sought to quash a central notification dated June 9th this year. Now, giving total exemption to the CBI from coming under the purview of the RTI Act of 2005. Vijay Lakshmi, the petitioner, challenged the central notification, saying that the central agency was covered under the RTI Act for the last 6 years with a few exceptions so as to not disturb the investigation process. Now, the petitioner said that this total exemption will deprive the public of the right to collect information regarding cases of corruption and human rights violation which are dealt with by the CBI. Now, the first bench heard the petition and ordered the CBI to reply within 3 weeks' time on why it should be exempted from the purview of the RTI Act.
The CBI should not be given an exemption under RTI Act because all exemption which the CBI requires is already been given under the section very clearly in the section 8 of the RTI Act. And the CBI is just an investigating agency, not an intelligence bureau, whatever it is. So if the exemption is given, the CBI will use it as a clause, and for each and everything where a simple material which can be given to the people, public, that will not be given, because they will not know what is happening in their investigation about their own case. So in that manner I have filed a public interest litigation where the certain informations where it cannot be given, which will hamper the investigation, can be given an exemption, not all the investigating whatever materials they have got.
Well, moving ahead now, Madras High Court today refused to entertain the appeal of Dr. MGR Medical University, thereby granting relief for 35 MBBS students who sought to quash a new regulation which failed them. Now, the aggrieved students got an interim stay against the new regulation, which wanted separate pass marks in general surgery and orthopedics to qualify for internship. Now, the students' contention is that the new regulation was against the rules of the Medical Council of India and was earlier accepted by a single judge of the Madras High Court. Now, the university came on appeal against the earlier order today. The first bench observed that the interim stay cannot be vacated and allowed the aggrieved students to do their internships, which is a part of their MBBS degree. Now, here's one issue that is expected to hit the pockets of the common man. Will the government increase the price of diesel, kerosene and LPG? Now, the IMPART group of ministers, in fact, are meeting as we speak on the fuel prices in a bid to bring some respite to the bleeding oil companies. Now, the meet could lead to a diesel price hike, which was last revised a year back. If it happens, this could be the 10th fuel hike in as many months. In May, we saw the steepest petrol price hike. Now, the 6 Indian sailors who were on board the MV Suez finally landed in Delhi, and they are back home now. The 10-month ordeal for them and their families has finally come to an end. The Egyptian vessel with the 22 men on board was hijacked by Somali pirates in August last year. The pirates finally released the crew of MV Suez after a huge ransom of $2.1 million was paid. The families in India were overjoyed after hanging between the fear of the worst and their hope. Now, the crew members say that they owe a massive debt to Pakistani human rights activist Ansar Birni, who helped in negotiations with the pirates as well as with raising a part of the ransom money. Well, also among the 6 sailors is Biju from Kanyakumari. He arrived here today. Now, his parents have said that India should make sure that such an incident like this must not happen again. Now, we caught up with Biju and other sailors who were more than relieved to have made it back to their home soil.
They take to Pakistan, and yesterday they gave us ticket and everything, they sent to here. They are good now, feeling well. About Pakistan, they are do good for us, for Indian people also, for Egyptian and one Sri Lankan also. They made good for us.
Was there a fear? Were you scared at any point in the last 10 months? There must have been many moments when you felt scared that maybe you will never come back home.
Yes.
The experiences have been very bad. We were in very bad situations, and we were in captivity. We were under arms, and we had very less things for our survival, be it food, be it water, or be it other things like light or anything. We were in darkness and we were starving, and we have meals only for 2 times.
Well, the wait is now over for those aspiring to study engineering in Anna University. Higher Education Minister P. Palaniappan announced the merit rank list for this year's Tamil Nadu engineering admissions. V. Divya from Tiruverumbur in Trichy district has secured the first rank with an aggregate score of 200 marks out of 200. Now, the counselling will be held for a total of 1,48,355 students. Counselling for the sports quota will begin on 30th of June, while for the general category, the counselling will start on the 8th of July. Now, students can check out their rank list on the official website of Anna University. And moving ahead, the Maharaja is having trouble keeping his people happy. Unrest among the pilots. We'll tell you why and how on the other side.